name is Kate and I write a blog called What Kate Baked. It documents my trials and tribulations as I strive to satisfy my very, very sweet tooth. And today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favourite autumnal cakes, an apple, cinnamon and hazelnut crumble cake. It includes a lovely light, airy, fluffy sponge dotted with cinnamon apples, which are of course in season at the moment, and with a lovely crumble hazelnut topping on top. The first thing I need to do is to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit and gas mark 4. I then need to line and grease my cake tin, and as you can see I've just greased with butter and lined with some bacon parchment. The next step is to make the crumble topping. What I'm going to do is grab a medium-sized mixing bowl. In here I've got 50 grams of cold cubed unsalted butter. That's just going to pop in there. And then I'm going to add some flour. This is 75 grams of plain flour. The next step is rubbing in the flour and butter together using the tips of my fingers. This is one of my favourite baking tasks, and basically all I'm doing is using my fingertips to rub in the cold butter into the flour, like so. And the next step is to add in the sugars. I'm using a combination of demerara and caster sugar, 25 grams of each, and I use a combination because the demerara adds a nice crunch to the crumble topping. That goes into the bowl. The hazelnuts. These are some ready roasted chopped hazelnuts that are available from most large supermarkets. I've got 50 grams which I'm adding into the bowl. I then need to get a wooden spoon and mix together all these ingredients to form my crumble. I'm now going to set my crumble aside for a little bit later on in the process. And the next step is to prepare the apple. This is a Bramley apple which is in season at the moment. It's normally harvested mid-October. I'm using one large Bramley apple which I need to peel and core and chop into small bits. And just chopping the apples now into small segments. And here we have two medium Bramley apples that I've chopped into small segments. And into that bowl I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. That does sound quite a lot, but I love cinnamon. I think it's a lovely warming spice. I'm just going to shake that bowl a little bit so the cinnamon gets to infuse all the apples. And I'm just going to set that aside before making the cake. I've got a large mixing bowl here, and into that I'm going to add 175 grams of caster sugar and 175 grams of unsalted softened butter. I'm now going to beat using an electric hand whisk for several minutes to try and achieve a really nice, airy and light sponge. As you can see, having beaten together the butter and the sugar there, it's now about double in size, much lighter and a lot airier as well. The next step is to add in the eggs. I'm using 2 large eggs, free-range eggs. And to begin with, I just need to mix them lightly together in a small bowl. Just going to get a little fork and just beat that together until combined. And then using the electric whisk again, I'm just going to gradually pour the eggs into the mixture, beating as I go. The next step is to assemble the cake. We need to get our pre-prepared tin and first of all spoon the mixture into the bottom of the tin. Although it is the baker's perk to get to lick the bowl afterwards, so you may want to leave a bit behind. And then we just very, very gently smooth the mixture around the tin, ensuring it fills every single corner. The next step is to add the apple. the apple and the cinnamon on top of the sponge and gently spread around. And then finally the crumble mixture, which has been sitting here very, very patiently all the way through, we just sprinkle on top of the cake. And again, gently press down over the mixture. And here we are, after 45 minutes in the oven, the cake is ready. This is my beautiful apple, cinnamon and hazelnut crumble cake. It can be served warm with a nice dollop of custard. Alternatively, it makes the perfect afternoon tea time treat with a nice dollop of creme fraiche.